this bitch did not fuck around. Her office at that time
Right.
looked like it had been hit by a bomb in Beirut. Okay, you know, when 15 years from 97 to 2 years ago, I didn't really have an agent, people. I had like somebody who was posing as an agent. But in 98, I signed with a manager called Jeff. Jeff was a fucking barracuda. Jeff did more for me than anybody in the entertainment business ever in a matter of 4 or 5 years. But I didn't have the talent. I didn't have the credits. I didn't have my chops yet. I would still go to auditions, do a great read, but my hand would be shaking with the sides. You know, I wasn't ready for Jeff. But Jeff tried to get me with agents. And the whole time, he would always go to me, listen, I know you want to sign with this guy, and I know you want to sign with this guy, but I know this lady at this agency. And I would go, I don't want to sign with that fucking lady. I don't want to be with that agency. For you to be known, you have to be with a big agency. But every agent turned me down. So I'll never forget, a week before Christmas, he talked me into meeting with this chick. This is, what's the street that turns into the 101? La Brea or Highland?
I think it's Highland.
Okay, so you're going up, I want you to visualize this.
Okay.
You just passed the mall on the left-hand side. You're going up to the 101. Okay, as you're going up, there's a little island on Highland. Right before you hit that street where the 7-Eleven is and the fucking Subway sandwiches in the corner, that's a little island street. As a matter of fact, across from there, when I first got here, I used to sell porn on the phone.
What?
Did I ever tell you that? Who the fuck did you see what I'm saying? Lisa, yeah, you don't know dick. You think you're a private investigator.
Well,
So this is how bad this neighborhood was.
What kind of porn did he sell on the phone?
Pornos.
Like
This was
DVDs
way
or
before the
VHSs?
internet. Yeah, when I was selling cigars, when I first got here, I was selling cigars on the phone.
I would love to hear your porno sales pitch.
I was terrible. But dog, it was maybe 400 a week working. In those days, I used to work maybe 10 to 1. I was pulling down 4 bills a week. I never even looked at the movies.
I was going to say, do you have to read their names?
I never even saw a box. I had 2 options. You could either load the boxes, the porno into the boxes,
Okay.
or you could call porno places across the country and sell them porno. I'd rather do that on commission. I would show up at like 9:30. I used to live on. As a matter of fact, this was way before the cigars. This is when Highland was basically fucking filthy. Like that movie theater was Chinese theater.
Well, isn't it Santa Monica and Highland, that Yum Yum Donuts? Well,
Yeah, where the transvestite talk. No, I don't know if it's Santa Monica. I don't know nothing about Santa Monica. We're talking about Hollywood Boulevard going up to the 101
Highland.
Boulevard. Highland. That was, in 98, that was a fucking den of death. And in the corner, when you went like this, before you folded into the 101, like 30 fucking yards before you hit the Hollywood Bowl, right there in that corner, they stopped. It was fucking 20 people on the phone and 20 people stocking boxes, and trucks would be going in and out of there all day, and they either gave you like $8 an hour or you made commission.
Did you have to have, I just imagine you selling gay porn, transvestite?
I had no idea what I was selling. There was a sheet of paper, and they tell you what to read on there and how to sell
of the things or something.
Yeah, hot sex with chick coming on their ass. It's a hot seller, and you compare it to something. I don't remember. I don't remember nothing, Lee.
I like the
I don't know
cinematography in this one.
This is 98, 97. I don't know nothing. But anyway, to make them long story short, across from there was a building that today is gorgeous. But in 98, when I got here, and I was dreaming of this fucking big agency where they offer you water and shit. I remember pulling in into the underground parking, and I'm like, oh my God. When we walked up the step, there was little fucking condoms and shit.
Oh, at least it had parking.
I'm like, Jesus. Yeah, but no, they rob your car. What good is having parking if you're going to rob my fucking car? And we'd walk up the steps to this elevator. Then you pressed it and you went upstairs. And the whole building, you know the building we were in on Lancashire?
Right.
That's what it was.
But worse.
That's my agency. People fucking taking naked pictures in there.
Oh.
They had private investigators in there. You know, it was just a fucking greasy building. And here's this fucking agency. And I open up the door with my fucking manager at the time. And he goes, listen to me. It's not the agency, it's the agent. He goes, excuse me. He goes, this lady. He goes, I've been here and I've been there and I got my own management company. And this lady is a fucking pit bull.
Jesus. And yeah, I guess it really doesn't matter.
Jewish lady.
But it's scary.
It didn't matter. Like she called in. She had been at a big agency for like 10 years. She knew everybody in town. And one day she got sick and tired of wearing a dress. She wanted to wear fucking sweatpants, not do her hair, and bring her dog to work. So she went to work at this place, and she took a fucking huge clientele, but this lady never stopped. When I tell you, Lee, she was on my phone every fucking day pushing me, and she specialized in comedy character actors. So her and I clicked right off the bat. We must have booked 15 things together. That's how good and precise she was.
I'm surprised she's not still one of your agents.
She abandoned ship. She went back home for a while, and then she came back, and she thought about it. She thought about going to Aqua Agency, which if she would have gone to Aqua Agency with the knowledge she had today, she would have killed it. Because Aqua is one of those small agencies that if you sign with them, you're going to audition. Like if you sign with Aqua Talent, like I was with them in the commercial department, there wasn't 1 week for 3 years that I didn't go out and audition. Either they got you something that you were right for, or you went in for a fucking Asian. They didn't give a fuck. They got you out. They kept you sharp. They were very smart. They kept you sharp. Sometimes they'd send you out for those fucking demos where you got $305 for the day and you didn't get residuals, but they kept you sharp. And I was very impressed with that.
The whole point is to keep you working.
The whole point was, when I left them, I didn't leave them because I wasn't happy with them. I left them because I was trying to get into voiceovers. So people think that you come out here, just like me, that you come out here and you have to lock in with a big agency. And that's bullshit. Even when I first came out here, I signed with an agency called The Coloring Book. Did I ever tell you that?
Yeah, the two black ladies?
The two black chicks. And the agency was like a kid's agency. Okay? You know how embarrassing that was? Like everybody else's paper. Like in those days, you had to put your resume behind your headshot and staple it.
Okay.
So it would have to be perfect 8x10. So I would go to fucking, by the way, it's closed. Whatever. Harry Wong fucking printing and on Sunset Boulevard went under right next to El Compadre. That's a heartbreak. That place had been there since Jesus left Chicago, dog. But anyway, you have to have it. Most people wanted their paperwork white, but in a good way, she made you put it pink.
Yeah, well, yeah, it stands out.
So it stands out. So she was very smart in that department.
You just didn't like having pink paperwork?
But bro, she fucking closed my deal with Bronx County that time, and she did something else. She got me a couple things that I sat there and went, wow, how did you get me in for this? Like, she was that good, too. She just disappeared one day also. It's crazy the percentages of those small agencies, how they make a run for it and then they crumble. Something happens and everybody runs. At that time, I was with 3 agents at one time. Like I was working 3 agents at one time.
Is that allowed?
No. But what did I give a fuck? There was no computer then. The computer hadn't been involved then. The computer really didn't get involved. Electronic submissions didn't really start till maybe like 2004. So till 2004, I had a reign here, like 6 years, that I had 3 different agents. Going in like fucking Marines, you understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.